The amount of times that I will always and forever say that I fucking hate niggers. Oh my god, I fucking hate niggers. Like, I hate y'all. Like, you, like, I don't oh, we were slaves this entire, I don't give a but like, for a reason you guys were slaves. You guys don't know anything better than to steal. Like, oh my god. Like, I was literally eating food with my friend. He had his, oh my god, like, I don't know, por Dios, por gracias de Dios, I had my wallet next to me, like my whole purse, and those like that little small shit decided not to steal my wallet. Oh my god, I would have grabbed my heel and like whooped the out of that nigga's ass. But like, whatever, right? But no or nothing. Y'all don't know how good it felt to say like out loud, like goddamn, like oh my god, I felt like I was back in the Marine Corps. Like I kid you not, I don't know what the fuck came over me. I grabbed that by the neck and I was like, come here, you fucking and oh my god, like I felt like the world just stopped. Like it was just peace. Like I don't know. And then he was just like even I in my head I was like, damn, te pasaste, because I called him a dog. Like imagine if downtown were there, they could have beaten my ass. And then he like stops like, yeah, just call me a I was like, you're a I was like, oh my god, like you're a and I called you a like world peace. And I was like, what the are you gonna possibly say? Like, are you gonna call 911 because I called you a no, right? Oh my god, I don't know. This didn't record, but it was like I'm kind of glad it didn't record because it was like me expressing how much I hated black people after this. Like, dog, like let me get a black person on a 911 call tomorrow, especially you're going to jail. I don't go. You're getting treated like bunch of
Hello everyone, I hope you're all fine. Welcome to Black White Commentary. I'm your host Brian, and in today's episode we're going to speak about the racism by Ashley Gonzalez. We realize that Ashley Gonzalez is one of the people who has shown how prejudiced, how racism is in today's system. And therefore you realize that institutions like the police department has people who are racist to the core. And therefore many blacks have been suffering in the hands of police officers as a result of people like Ashley Gonzalez. And therefore, from the clip, you realize that a lot of institutions, one of them being the police department, is already racist on its own. And therefore, Ashley Gonzalez is just one of the people who shows that there is racism in this world of today. Imagine, instead of supporting the victims who are the black community have suffered as a result of racism happening all over the world. And therefore, she was supposed to be an example of people who support the victims rather than judging them, rather than using abusive words against the black community. And therefore, she was arrested. I believe that in today's episode, we are going to understand more about racism when it comes to institutions, when it comes to matters accountability in today's world. Therefore, stay tuned as we continue to watch the videos. Thank you.
I personally want to thank the ex-Houston police officer, Ashley Gonzalez. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I want to thank you for your racist rant that I know you did not intend to be leaked, but thank you for doing that. People get upset when people go on racist rants or find out somebody is bigoted or something. I personally would much rather know what kind of person I'm dealing with. If you have a prejudice against a group of people based on whatever, whether it's skin color, religion, let me know now so that I can know where I stand. Because the last thing I want is to be in a situation where I am in need of help. I call the police. You come, you are called to protect and serve. You take one look at me, you see my black skin, and you've already decided that you hate me and that you want to make my life harder. Thank you for letting us know, letting the world know. And I honestly wish that people who have any type of prejudice, I wish it could be tatted on their chest so that the world can then navigate how to handle that person. There's too many closet bigots and racists that do what they do, and they can cause the damage that they cause because the people that they're around have no idea who they're dealing with. And there's so much of that in this country. And I know it's unrealistic, but it's like a sigh of relief when somebody's exposed like that. Because it's like, well, now we know. To me, it's like sundown towns, you know? Thank you for letting me know where the sundown towns are. Let me know where I don't need to be when the sun goes down. Tell me now. I don't want to be surprised. So whatever comes her way, let it come her way. But I really wish that more of that exposure happens, because it is a lot more common than we realize. And not just against Black people, but there are so many people with prejudices and hidden agendas. You know, the role of a police officer is such an important thing in our society. And I personally believe it attracts two extremes of a personality. There are the good people that join the force because they want to make their communities better, and they want to do what they can to leave an impact. And maybe, you know, there was an officer when they were growing up that left a good whatever. And then there are those people that like weren't picked for the football team and they've got a chip on their shoulder, or somebody didn't ask them to the prom, and so now they have a little authority. And now anytime they are triggered by somebody or some situation, they got to flex their muscles and let the world know that they're in charge. So once again, I want to say thank you to Ashley Gonzalez, and thanks.
Gonzalez is a representative of a very real issue that exists within the Latino community, and that is anti-Blackness. There is no denying that, respective to the history in Latino America, there has been a history of anti-Blackness, and you can look at respective nations, whether it's Mexico, Argentina. Look at the caste systems that were created, and it was descendants of Africans, Black people, that were always at the bottom of the social class. Those social classes were organized by this pseudoscience of a racialized hierarchy, and part of that is because the Latino identity, it's inherently anti-Black and it's anti-Indigenous. It is an identity that is built on the erasure of those two groups and saying things like, oh, well, I don't claim them. Like, I'm very happy that you're not like that. However, I believe that you cannot accept an identity like the Latino identity without acknowledging both the good and the bad. And a lot of that bad is this normalized anti-Blackness that we see across all countries in Latin America. And these are ideas that have
The fallout continues over the firing of Ashley Gonzalez, the now former Houston police officer who posted a racist rant online. The district attorney told us today that they are now thoroughly reviewing each case that Gonzalez was involved with. They said in part, quote, "We take seriously our ethical obligation to notify defense attorneys regarding her discipline affecting open cases," end quote. Our KHOU 11 legal analyst Carmen Rowe said Gonzalez's overall credibility is now in question when it comes to current and past cases, adding that she will not be able to testify in court.
And so these cases that we're reviewing have more to do with just race. They have to do with the credibility of this officer to be a truth teller, to come to court, and to be relied on in her statements.
As far as how many investigations Gonzalez is tied to or arrest, we don't know, but we are told by community activists that they are happy that the district attorney is taking this next step in providing transparency.
I got a comment this week that I want to address directly, okay? Because I hear it often, and it deserves an honest response, okay? Somebody said, and I'm going to quote, racism is growing in all colors. It's not just a white to Black thing. And I appreciate the thoughtfulness behind that comment. I do. And I agree with part of it. Prejudice exists in every community. We can agree on that. Every last one. People of every background can carry bias, resentment, and yeah, sometimes even hatred toward other groups. That's real and worth examining everywhere that it lives, right? But racism, the kind I talk about on this platform, it's not simply personal prejudice. It's not. Racism is prejudice plus power. And that's not a feeling. That's a system. built deliberately, maintained institutionally, enforced legally, economically, and physically for over 400
I just feel really bad. I just feel really bad that I was just mentioned and it's just so toxic, and I'm just so sorry about that. That is, as you can see, that's not my content. That wasn't my content back then. And I don't know, I just feel really bad. And I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. I'm just, I think I just need to go to therapy. And I need to go to church. And I just need some, like, self-reflection, honestly. Because, that was just so nasty. But, anyway, I just wanted to formally apologize and say, I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings. So, anyway, I hope y'all can forgive me and just get over that nasty post. I deleted it.
Instilling more pain to the black community. Therefore, there is need to hold those perpetrators into account to ensure that they are held accountable through arrest, like how Ashley Gonzalez has been arrested. There is need for arrest. And therefore, I believe this arrest was not just arrest that was done because they wanted to do so. Me, myself, as a black person, I believe it was as a result of pressure from the black community, pressure from all over the world, and pressure from the community around. And therefore, she was apprehended, and therefore, there is need for accountability. We also realize that there is the need for reforms in these institutions, government institutions, whether in Latin America, whether in United States, whether in Africa. There is need for reforms, especially in countries like United States of America, and then in Mexico's, all those departments. There is need for reforms in this institution, the police department. Imagine of a police who has already made up her mind, like Ashley Gonzalez. She has already made up on her mind that she has hate for black people, and therefore she has always been. It means that she has always been arresting the black community, even without anything. Therefore, there is need for reforms into these institutions like the police department. We also realize that she gave apologies, but do we do we just forgive her? For me, it's a no. We cannot forgive her because she has to act as an example to other people who are pushing the narratives around racism. She has to act as an example to people who have been instilling pain to the black community, and therefore she needs to. The black community needs to get justice. After her arrest, she needs to be taken to court, and she needs to be taken into prison for the wrongs that she has done and the wrongs that she has committed through the things that she said. And therefore, there is no apology. And therefore, I believe many black people are saying no apologies accepted. I also say that what Ashley Gonzalez did, she needed to support the victims, not instilling pain to the black community. Therefore, black community needs to be supported. There is need for solidarity around the world. The blacks living with the Latin people, they need solidarity. They need to be supported in wherever way. Therefore, say no to racism, say no to prejudice, say no to any kind of pain that is being instilled to the black community. Not just the black community in the United States, not just black community in in South America, all over the world. Therefore, there is need to support the black community at large. Therefore, no apologies accepted. If you found this content to be very informative, click the like button, the subscription button, and the notification button, and put your comment in the comment section. Thank you, and let's meet next time.